If you could go back to right before you shot that video 10 years ago, and you could sit down in front of your 17-year-old self on the ground with like the, little desk behind you and a history test the next day. And if you could give 3 pieces of advice to your 17-year-old self.
I know what the first one would be.
What would it be?
Buy Bitcoin and hold it up and have the wallet locked until 10 years later.
Let's go, man.
You know how crazy that
He's making money right now.
It was probably like $1,000 back then. Imagine, well, I didn't have any money, so I wouldn't have been able to. But yeah, I would just, I would take that time to give myself advice, which is just
That's what I'm saying. What would you say advice to your younger self?
It'd be similar to what I tell a lot of younger creators and entrepreneurs is like, whatever time frame you think it's going to take to achieve something, it's probably going to take 3 times longer, and so if you think it's going to take 2 years to hit 1 million subscribers, it's probably going to take like 6, 7, 8, 9.
Unless you're MrBeast.
Yeah, no, even for me, I started at 11. It didn't happen until I was in my 20s or whatever, 19. And so it's just, that's why like Steve Jobs says, you got to love what you do. And that's like, yes, you can think of, everyone always like points to a little outlier who did it in a year or whatever, but statistically, you're not going to be that outlier. And so it's just going to take you a very long time. And if you're just not deeply in love with what you do, you're going to quit before you achieve it.
Okay, so that's the first thing. I like that.
And that would be the advice to give to people. And it's what I ended up doing, but I would just be like, yo, just, the only way to improve is just to keep doing it. So the more videos you upload, the smarter the people you surround yourself with, the better you'll be. I didn't meet other freaks that are obsessed with YouTube until I was like 19. So like when I was 17, 18 or 11 to 18, I was basically just like, I didn't have anyone to talk to about it. It was pretty brutal. And I like to tell this story because, if parents are out there or younger kids hear this, it's like, when you love something deeply and you devote your life towards it and no one else around you does, you feel like a freak, you feel like an outcast, and it causes a lot of self-doubt that's not really needed. And, and your parents telling you you're wasting time, everyone's telling you you're wasting your time, and it makes it, very tempting to just quit and do other stuff, but nothing makes you as fulfilled with that. And like, it's just your environment. Like, cause the second I got around, I ended up bumping into like these 3 other guys online that had similar subscriber counts as me when I was 18, 19. And I mean, that was it. Like, I went from people literally asking me if I was mute because I talk so little and like them saying, shut up, all you do is talk about YouTube and what's wrong with you, be realistic, blah, blah, to we literally had a mastermind call every day for 1,000 days in a row.
That's cool.
Yeah, I told this story on Joe Rogan. People don't believe me. I get tons of messages like, you didn't do that. But yeah, I met these other guys, and for once in my life, like, I could talk to them. We, no joke, like had a Skype call for 18 hours. And I went from like not being able to hold a 5-minute conversation with a human to being able to talk with guys for 18 hours straight about, studying retention charts and studying why certain videos did well and looking at, hey, these are the 50 best performing videos last week. What did well about them? Why do people click videos? And we could, the only bottleneck was sleep. Like if it wasn't for sleep, we would probably talk for 1,000 hours straight. You know what I mean? And we did that every single day for 1,000 days in a row. We didn't drink, we didn't do drugs, we didn't talk to women, sometimes not by our own choice, but we didn't.
They didn't talk to you guys.
Maybe it was women didn't talk to us, but and we were just like locked in every single day, and we all had around 10,000 subscribers, but then we all hit 1 million subscribers within the same month. So it's like, this shows the power of like helping each other.
I tell people all the time, and I've been a part of masterminds for over a decade, that when you can be around other like-minded people, especially when you feel like you're the outcast, whether it be in your family or in your community or like the industry you're in and no one understands you.
Exactly.
Find 2, 5, 10 people that are doing a similar thing and grow together.
Your happiness levels will skyrocket. Everything will skyrocket in your life because it's like, it's just everything from your happiness to your fulfillment to your growth in that subject that you're obsessed over. It's way more fun to work with other people. I don't like working alone. I like to work with other people, but also, with us, we had 4 or 5, it depends on the time of the year, people in it. And person C, makes a breakthrough in their videos. He now teaches everyone else, and you're growing together and you're growing exponentially. Like one of the more relatable stories is like, there was a month where a guy named Jay made $150,000. He had some videos blow up. And to us, like 19, I'm a college dropout. I didn't even really go. I went for 2 weeks to a cheap community college because my mom said go to college or move out the house. I didn't have enough money to move out, so I went for 2 weeks, and then I just lied and I was making videos in the parking lot, and I just had to move out before she got my report card because it's all zeros. And so I'm a college dropout. Another guy was a high school dropout. Another guy was a college dropout. Another guy just graduated high school and parent gave up on him. Another college dropout. So we're all just like all in, living and breathing this. It's this or we're working at McDonald's. You know what I mean? Like that's the mindset. And and one of those guys makes $150,000 in a month, and I was probably making 15 grand. The rest were making 10, 20 grand. And it was just so inspiring to see like that's possible, and then like to work with them and figure out why did these videos do so well, like because you can see like how many people click on a video every minute, and he was getting it was 2 million views in an hour, so it was like 30,000 people a minute. It was like 500 people a second were clicking on this one video, and we're just staring at it on, like, he's screen sharing on Zoom, and we were so mind blown. But that opens your eyes to like what's possible, and I see that, and it's like, okay, I mean, he's no smarter than me. I actually literally know everything he knows. So like, why can't I do that? And then everyone in the group starts to think like that, and you think bigger, and then someone makes $250,000 in a month, and it like helps expand your mindset. It just in every way. But I think masterminds are more effective when it's not like this scheduled thing that everyone has to show up for. It's just when it's just organic. You meet up, yeah, it's just like these are a bunch of freaks of nature that are just being freaks that work on something every day, and they talk to you because they have no one else to talk to about it. You know what I mean? And I think those are the best kinds. Not a, hey, it's Tuesday at 7 p.m. All right, it's 8:30. We're wrapping up the mastermind. Did everyone get a chance to speak? You know?
The power of masterminds are having a shared group of people adding value to one another, sharing your secrets.
I would go as far as saying, like, if I never met those guys and did that 1,000 days in a row, like, instead of 420 million subscribers, I'd be on like probably 20 million. Like, it's that marginal of a difference.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'll take 20 million. Yeah. But it's still like, yeah, you really had leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
Because of the collaboration of the group, sharing ideas, learning from each other, being inspired. And I'm hearing you say, without a shared mastermind, a collective mindset of helping one another, you wouldn't be as far as you are.
Yeah.
And that takes a specific mindset from you, because most people don't want to share what they're learning. They want to guard their secrets. And that's something you really do well, that I want to acknowledge you, Jimmy, is you're talking about it, whether it's on podcasts, you're creating videos, content about it, you're sharing your secrets, but you can give it all away, but it's so hard to do. You know what I mean? It's like people, they still have to do the work. A lot of people aren't willing to do it.
Yeah, well, I have a lot of opinions on that too. I mean, this works better in our industry as opposed to like if you're a software developing company and you gave away the secrets and now someone can just copy your code. Like, obviously it's not as ideal, but in terms of creating content, I see other content creators as collaborators, not competitors. And I think the more you help other people in our specific industry, they'll also help you back. And the thing is, there's like, I think YouTube Shorts, just like the vertical videos, are getting 200 billion views a day now. So it's whatever, 6 trillion views a month, and long form's getting trillions of There are so many tens of trillions of views a year on YouTube that, like, me helping you improve your YouTube channel, and how many views do you get a year?
I don't know, maybe 15, 20 million a month.
Yeah, so if you're getting 120 million a year, even if 1,000 extra YouTube channel viewership, that has zero impact on me. Literally, there's 100 trillion views to go around. It doesn't matter. So that's like, once you like fully internalize that mindset and you're truly giving to other people, I find it like people usually, you know, if I ask them a question, they'll be kind of guarded, and then I'll just go through and just give them like 10 years worth of advice and just help. And then, you know, now all of a sudden they're like, oh, okay, that's how it is. I'll help you too. And it's like, great. And you develop that relationship with hundreds of people, and then you just constantly, you just always got to make sure you're giving more than you're taking. 100%. And as long as you do that, like, you're good, and you'll get so much more information just coming into you.
I've always been of that mindset, is how can I give first? How can I add value?
Exactly.
How can I serve someone's pain or problem or help them solve something, and really don't ask for anything. If they want to give back, cool, but just try to give it first. And so I love that mindset of you. I'm curious, so you believe in masterminds or collaboration?
Of course.
Do you visualize or believe in manifesting the results you want to create from videos in the future, or the businesses you want to build? Do you believe in kind of the power of manifestation?
I would frame it differently. I would just say I'm so obsessed. It's all I think about. It's all I dream about. It is my life. It is my reason on the planet. It is all I really care about. So, I don't know. I don't really manifest. It's just who I am. I'm just always thinking.
You are manifest.
I guess. I mean, I am always in my mind 2 to 3 years in the future. Like sometimes, like when
you're visualizing the future.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it because I'm manifesting. I'm just doing it because it's just how my brain's wired, and I can't. Like, what else am I gonna think about?
When you're making either, an outline for a video, whether it be in your mind or written or however you're doing it.
Yeah.
And you're pre-planning the production for it, whether it be just an idea or actually mapping it all out, or however you do this. Are you visualizing the results of the people that you want to see watching it around the world? Are you visualizing the number? Are you visualizing how many people it reaches, or how much you raise for donations? Are you visualizing that?
Yeah. Well, and if it's not every video is a fundraiser, obviously for Team Water, what we're about to do, yes, like the donation conversion is very important, because every dollar is literally a year of clean drinking water for someone in need. But for the typical video, honestly, the main thing, here's the thing, everything you just said there, like the amount of people reached, impact, all these things, really comes down to, do people enjoy the video? Because if people don't watch and enjoy the video, then it just doesn't get served. And so YouTube's algorithm is actually very great at incentivizing you just to make the best content possible. So really all I do is I just look at, how do I make the greatest videos possible? How do I make a video that people will watch? And at the end, they'll feel satisfied, they'll feel fulfilled, they'll want to watch another one of our videos, and they'll be like, that was a good investment of my time. Because the only way you get 200 million views a video, which is what our videos do on average in the first 365 days, but they do more than that on average in the first 3 years. That's just the first year.
Is that just the main channel or
just
all
the main channel? Yeah, no, our philanthropy channel, it's like 7 million videos.
But I mean, like, all the different languages, all the other channels as well.
Well, we do all the dubs on one. Okay. But to finish that train of thought, it's the only way you get 200 million views of video is if one day you're getting 1 million views of video, and you establish the habit in their mind that when I click on this channel, I always enjoy it. When I click on a MrBeast video, it's a great experience. They under promise, over deliver. It's always good. It's always high quality. There's always a lot of effort put into it. And then next thing you know, you're doing 10 million views a video. And but like if you're constantly churning viewers, you're never gonna get that exponential growth. So you just need people every single time they click on a video to have a great experience. And that only comes if you're making the greatest videos possible. So really, it just comes down to make the greatest videos possible. And the people who have been watching will keep clicking every time because the last 20 experiences have been great. And you like people, when you're considering what to watch, you factor all these things in, whether you realize it or not. When you're hovering on it and you're like, do I want to watch it? Like if your last 20 times you clicked on that channel, you were like, that was a great experience. You're gonna click on the 21st. And the more you reassure them that it's a great experience, the faster they'll do it. Like there are obviously tons of people who have watched 100 MrBeast videos. They don't even think, they just see MrBeast click because they're always happy when they do. And like all it takes is one bad video to destroy that trust. Now it's like, ooh, is this one of those bad videos or is it one of the good ones? Because I kind of like this other YouTuber. I don't know if I want to take the risk. So you just don't give them, like there is no risk. Every time you enjoy it. And so, yeah, greatest video possible.
Are you, when you're in the editing process, are you thinking to yourself, oh, this isn't good enough, we have to change it more? Or
of course.
Or do you pre-edit and you're just like, I know this is going to be the result?
Well, I mean, when when I was younger, more the pre-edit stuff. But the thing is that's interesting is as, you know, I've just become more of a business person because, you know, my teenage years, I was just studying content creation, but that doesn't really translate well into running a multi-100-person company, obviously. It just clicked in my head and it's obvious now, but in hindsight, when you're 21 with no mentors, you just make it up as you go. It's not as obvious that, you know, an editor who spends 100% of their time editing and has lived and breathed editing their whole life is obviously going to run circles around me when I can only spend 15% of my time. Even if we were apples to apples, same skill level, he could still spend, or she, 7 times more time than me. So, yeah, it's more trusting in the great people we hired, and like, we have editors that are just actually better storytelling than me. Like they just are, because they study it all day. They watch a lot of movies that they study storytelling. They like, you know, my idols are more entrepreneurs. Their idols, it's gonna be Steven Spielberg, it's gonna be Christopher Nolan, it's gonna be directors, you know, they're gonna list directors I've never even heard of, you know, and so like, obviously they run circles around me. So it's been like, it just depends what year in my life you're talking about. The younger I am, it's like, yeah, I'm micromanaging it, I'm visualizing the edit and things, and the older I get, it's like, you know, this is what I think is great, here you go, but you know, if you can put the footage together better, like do your thing.
So is it more of a, you know, because I've heard you talk about data and analyzing retention and charts and all these things, and obsessing on 8-10-hour Skype calls or Zoom calls about retention with people.
Well, this is pre-Zoom, this is
pre-Zoom,
Skype.
Yeah, Skype. So I've heard you talk about data and kind of the science of it.
Yeah.
How much of your process now is around data and science versus art and creativity?
Yeah, well, that's a great question. And this is what is crazy. YouTube's algorithm, it does such a good job at just giving people what they want. Is like, the more you study the data, the more it just tells you, make videos people want to watch. And so I've said this a bajillion times, so my fans are gonna be like, oh, he's saying it again. But the more you study the YouTube algorithm, the more you realize I should be studying psychological behavior. Like I should be studying humans and what they like. The algorithm just rewards them what they want to watch, or gives them what they want to watch. So it's like, it's more just looking at our past videos and seeing like, what are the things people found funny? What are the things people liked? What is the bright pacing where people enjoyed it and didn't think it was too fast or too slow? And it's just like, it's that, and then because you can, so you use the data to come up with what are the confinements that like people like, and then the team, and you know, it used to be me, now I have a lot of people who help, you know, the team experiments, how do we be creative and like, you know, level up and do the storytelling within these confinements? Because we know, like, theoretically, people don't want to watch a 2-hour-long video. No one's coming to YouTube. Most people aren't coming to YouTube to watch a 2-hour-long video. They also don't want to watch a 5-minute video. So we know, like, hey, the video is probably, especially right now, over 50% of US watch time on YouTube is on television. people on television, so like we used to make 12, 13-minute videos when it was more phone heavy, but people on television, they don't want to just watch a 10-minute video. They want to commit. A lot of people are eating food. Like the sweet spot's above 25 minutes. Like, so now it's like 25 to 35-minute videos. So it's like, that's not a creative art decision, that's a data decision. But you know, the more granular you get, then it starts to become more creative, you know? So, because it's making sure people like it.